Good morning, dear students. Today we will study our first chapter of science, class 7th. I, Rajesh Kumar. Chapter title is Nutrition in Plants. Okay, what is nutrition? How plants got their nutritions? What are nutrients? Different mode of nutritions. We will study a lot in this particular chapter. Let's start our chapter 1. Topic is nutrition in plants. Okay, let's move. What is nutrition? Nutrition in plant. Food is the most important and basic thing for life. Carbohydrate, protein, fats, vitamin and minerals are the component of the food. These food components are necessary for all living beings. All plants and animals require food for their growth and getting energy. The process of utilization of food by an animal to obtain energy for growth and development is known as nutrition. Okay, then plants make their food themselves, but animals cannot. Hence, animal depends directly or indirectly on plants. So basically, plants are the one who prepare their food by themselves. Okay, you can see in pic also when sunlight falls on the leaves of the trees, then the leaves will extract carbon dioxide and it will take water from the soil. Then they will release oxygen and carbohydrates. Okay, we will study about this process in this particular chapter later in detail. Let's move. Mode of nutrition in plants. Autotropic mode of nutrition. Auto means self, trop means nourishment. Or auto means self and trops mean nourishment. Plants are called autotrophs because they make their food themselves. The making of the food for themselves is called autotropic nutrition. Autotropic nutrition is found in green plants only. Okay, got it? Let's move further. Heterotrophic nutrition. The word heterotrophic is the combination of two words, hetero plus trop. Hetero means others and trop means nourishment again. The organism depend on others for their food. It is called heterotrophic nutrition. Animals cannot make their food themselves. They depend on for food upon plants. Therefore, nutrition in animal is called heterotrophic nutrition. Animals are also known as heterotrophs. You can see in the pic also, cow is grazing. Okay. Another animals you can also see horse is over there. Other animals are also there. Saprotropic nutrition, the taking of nutrition by an organism from dead and decaying matter in the form of solution is called saprotropic nutrition. The organism which use saprotropic mode of nutrition are called saprotrophs. Fungi, mushroom also you can see over there. Photosynthesis, very important process. Food making process in plants, we all know the plants prepare their food in the presence of sunlight and they will release carbohydrates and oxygen. Okay, sunlight is mandatory for the plants to take the process of photosynthesis to take place and the green pigment called chlorophyll. Let's move further. Okay, let's move further. So we studied about photosynthesis, the process of making of food by green plants in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll is known as photosynthesis. Photo is a combination of two words, photo plus synthesis. Photo means light, synthesis means to make. Process of making food in green plants. Green plants make their food themselves. Green leaves make food from carbon dioxide and water in the presence of sunlight and chlorophyll. Hence, for taking place of photosynthesis, carbon dioxide, water and sunlight must reach at the green leaves in addition to the presence of chlorophyll. Okay, let's move further. How it will work a section through a leaf. The leaves have several tiny pores like structures on its lower surface. This is called stomata, through which the leaves absorb carbon dioxide from air. Water is transported to the leaves through hair-like pipelines from the roots. These pipelines are present throughout the plant, that is, from roots to the branches and leaves. These pipelines are known as xylem. Xylem is a type of tissue. Okay. Chlorophyll is a green pigment plant is found in the green leaves. Chlorophyll absorbs sunlight and gives energy. Chlorophyll, okay, chlorophyll absorbs the sunlight and carbon dioxide and water and then convert them into carbohydrate and oxygen. Carbohydrate is used as food and oxygen is emitted out to the atmosphere. This whole process of making food by plants is called photosynthesis. Okay, you can see how the stomata is shown over there, vascular bundle, lower epidermis, mesophile. Okay, the part of the leaves is shown over there. Let's move further. Following are the necessary conditions for the photosynthesis to take place. If any of them is not over there, then the photosynthesis process may not take place or may not take place properly. So the presence of sunlight, presence of chlorophyll, green pigment in the plant, presence of water, presence of carbon dioxide. Okay, so the photosynthesis in algae, how it will take place. Green patches in ponds or near the stagnant water can be seen easily. बच्चों आपने काई देखी होगी, काई लग जाती है कई बार जहाँ पे पानी रुक जाता है. पॉन्ड्स में भी देखा होगा आपने ये सब. These patches are living organisms called algae. Okay, these are known as algae. Algae are plants. Often algae grow near the shallow waterlogged areas such as near tube wells, taps. Okay, one may slip over if algae look green because of the presence of chlorophyll. Algae prepare their own food by the process of photosynthesis. Okay, this new thing you came to know, that algae also prepare its food by themselves. Okay guys, in this particular slide what we studied about the necessary conditions for the photosynthesis to take place, as well as how the photosynthesis occurs or take place in algae also. Okay, let's move further. Synthesis of plant food other than carbohydrate. Okay, let's study it also. Plant needs proteins and fats beside the carbohydrate. Proteins are nitrogenous substance which contain nitrogen. Although nitrogen is present in abundance in atmosphere, but plant cannot absorb atmospheric nitrogen. Plant gets nitrogen from soil. Certain type of bacteria called rhizobium are present in the soil. They convert gaseous nitrogen into usable form and release it into the soil. Plant absorb this soluble form of nitrogen along with water and other minerals through their roots. Okay, the one thing that comes out from this paragraph is plant, although we know the nitrogen is present about 78.3% to 78.9% in the atmosphere, but still plants cannot take it directly. They will take through rhizobium in the form of soluble nitrogen through their roots. Okay, sometimes farmers add nitrogenous fertilizers to their field to fulfill the need of the nitrogen. In this way plant gets fulfillment of nitrogen along with other nutrients, along with other nutrients. After the fulfillment of all nutrients, plants synthesize proteins and fats. Okay, let's move further. Mode of nutrition in non-green plants or heterotrophic mode of nutrition in plants. Some plants do not have chlorophyll, then it is quite interesting to know how they prepare their food, or for their food they will depend on other plants also. Hence, they cannot synthesize their food by themselves. Such plants are known as non-green plants. They depend on other organisms for food. Such plants use heterotrophic mode of nutrition. Some of them are called parasite. Parasite is an organism which live on or inside the body of another organism and takes shelter and food from that organism. The host in this case is always at loss. Plants that do not have chlorophyll are called non-green plants. Plants which live on other plants for food are called parasite plants. Okay, let's move further. Insectivorous plants. Some plants eat insects. Very interesting and surprising that plants also eat insects. Such plants are called insectivorous plants. They trap and digest the insects. Peach plant is an example of insectivorous plant. In peach plant, the leaf is modified to form a peach-like structure. The bright color of the peach makes it very attractive to insects. Inside the pitcher, there are several hair-like structures. These hairs direct the trapped insects downward. When an insect sits on the pitcher of the plant, the lid closes and the insects get trapped inside the pitcher. The insects is then digested by the enzymes secreted by the cells of the plants. You can see in the diagram also how in a pitcher plant how the lid is open over there, and when the insects will fall or sit on this plant, it got automatically closed and it is digested by the enzymes released of the cell of the plants. Interesting, it is very much interesting, boys. Insectivorous plants. Okay, let's move further. Cause of eating of insects by plants. The soil is marshy land, is deficient in nitrogen. The plants living in marshy areas do not get nitrogen from the soil. The nitrogen need is fulfilled by sucking the juice of the insects. Venus flytrap, Utricularia, Dorsia, and Rafflesia are the other examples of insectivorous plants. Remember the name of these plants. They will definitely help out you to understand the insectivorous plants in more detail. Okay, okay, boys. Okay, the examples are Venus flytrap, Utricularia, Drosera, Rafflesia. Okay, are other examples of insectivorous plants. They will eat insects for fulfilling their nitrogen requirement. Okay, saprotrophs. Saprotrophs are non-green plants. Examples: mushroom, fungi, yeast, and bacteria. Saprotrophs get their food from dead or decaying organic matter. They grow on decaying organic matter such as cow dung, wood, bread, etc. Saprotroph secrete digestive juice over decaying material and absorb nutrients from them. This is called saprotropic mode of nutrition, and the plants which shows these types of mechanism for their food are called saprotrophs. Saprotrophs. Okay. Okay, guys. Is there any doubt till now? Is there any doubt, students? I hope you are all are being understanding the concept very much easily. Let's move further. Symbiosis or mutualism. Okay, symbiosis is the combination of two Greek words. Sym means with, biosis means with, means living, which means living together. In symbiosis or mutualism, two different types of organism live and work together. Two types of organism which are having different types of properties will live and work together. Okay, they share shelter and nutrients. Example, lichens. Lichens are the composite organisms composed of fungus and alga. The fungus is a saprophyte and alga is an autotroph. Okay, two different types of plants will grow together. One will be of type is fungus is a saprophyte and alga is an autotroph. Fungus supply water and mineral to the cells of the alga, while alga supplies food prepared by photosynthesis. Okay, a bird sitting on the back of a rhino is an example of symbiosis. Bird gets worms to eat while rhino gets rid of those worms. Okay, got it? You can see in the very first pic topmost over there. Okay, you can see on the back of the rhino some small animals, sorry, small birds are shown over there. That is a very interesting example of symbiosis. Okay, or mutualism, both are being benefited with this process. Okay, then how the soil is being replenished, sorry, by the nutrients. With continuous cultivation or harvesting of crops, the soil becomes deficient in some of the nutrients, and then it is highly desired that these nutrients must be supplied to the soil in one form or another form. Some fungus live in the roots of the plants. Roots of the plants provide shelter and food to the fungus, while fungus provide important nutrients to the plants. Very much interesting. They live together, and one will provide food and shelter, and other will provide nutrients to the first one. Because of continuous farming, nutrients keep declining in the soil. Hence, to replenish means giving back again those nutrients, fertilizers are added to the soil. Plants requires a lot of nitrogen to grow and to be healthy. Although a lot of nitrogen is available in the atmosphere, although a lot of nitrogen is available in the atmosphere, but plant cannot absorb the nitrogen gaseous form, as I discussed earlier also. There is a bacterium called rhizobium which lives in the roots of the root nodules of the leguminous such as gram, moong, etc. These bacteria can absorb nitrogen from the atmosphere and make it available for the plants. Rhizobium can make its food, hence it provide nitrogen to the leguminous, and return leguminous provide them food and shelter. There is an example of symbiotic relationship. This has a great importance for farmer fields in which the leguminous plants are grown from time to time do not need addition of nitrogenous fertilizers separately. Okay boys, let's move further. Thank you dear. We revised our chapter 1 in a very precise way. Okay, so you need, if you have any doubts or difficulty, then you can ask to me at any time. Okay, your suggestions are also welcome. Thank you guys. Okay, take care. Okay, do one more thing. You can read out this chapter again and again and note down the key terms and the mechanisms those will take place in plants to get their nutritions. Okay, thank you.